we're back. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And we've missed you all. I'm talking about the listeners. I don't know. I'm already vexed with Fabrice and Lyndon. We've missed you all. And I've missed some of the people as well because I actually haven't seen them since pretty much the last time we recorded.
No, it's very soon.
It's a hit.
It's like a month ago.
No, it's not. It was about a month ago.
Yeah, we recorded about 2 months ago.
Okay, that's really sad, but it's true. I haven't seen Lyndon for a while, but we've missed you all. And I hope you're not angry with us. We're back.
We're back and we're badder than ever.
And we're more consistent in Jesus' name.
Amen. Anywho, Lyndon, I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah.
And actually, Lyndon, I think you haven't seen us in ages.
That's
like,
true.
Together.
It doesn't feel like that long.
Oh, that's...
It's not that long.
That's a damn shame. You meant to say
I saw you New Year's Eve, though. I saw you New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't seen Andrew in a long time. I saw you New Year's Eve.
Andrew's been out here gallivanting all over the
Absolutely
world.
not. The complete opposite. I've been staying in my house and you guys are gallivanting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all over the world. Oh, you're talking about last year? Yes. In November. Yeah, we have been. We went to America. Yes, America. We went to America.
We had a great time. And in America, we encountered a number of very interesting scenarios and situations. And to be very honest with you, I actually think the tales and the journeys that we had in America... Lyndon, did we tell you what happened in America?
I haven't heard everything.
You haven't heard everything? Well, we can't tell you everything, but we'll tell you most things. But to be honest, literally...
Okay, I haven't heard anything.
Have you not?
I don't think so.
No, he hasn't. I was trying to figure out when would
anything.
you have told him something and did you tell him without me?
When would I have seen her without you?
Yeah.
Except for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I know. So as far as I know, I haven't said anything.
Oh, Lyndon, we've got stories for you today. We had a very interesting time in America.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, it was a madness. But do you know what? I realised that actually many people in this world will just get up and they'll book a ticket and they'll go on holiday. When you're a person of colour or you're black, actually travelling while black is actually a thing. And you just need to experience it. And I really hope that if you've never travelled by yourself with a group of friends without your parents... I'm going to tell you some things that are going to happen to you whilst you're traveling while black, because it's actually a madness. Some things are good things and some things are bad things. But honestly, the things that happened to us in America, I basically learned from Angela, aka the East African princess. No. Number one, in America, in New York, people don't care about you.
Absolutely not.
They cannot. They cannot. They don't care that you're another human being. They don't care that you're British. They don't care that you're a tourist. And they don't care that you need help. So anybody who's going to New York, New York specifically, because in Canada they're nice. Anyone who's going, don't be asking anybody for directions. How do you get somewhere? What time it is? What the weather's like? They don't want to help you.
Even people whose job it is to give you directions and information, they're already irritated with you when they see you approaching.
You're asking for directions in New York.
Yeah.
No,
so
from the
straight.
MTA people.
Yeah, but
if you
okay,
work in the train
all right.
station,
That city is so straight. Why would you need directions for
What do you mean
anything?
it's so straight?
Roads aren't usually straight, Lyndon. What are you talking about?
Roads aren't usually straight.
No, roads are usually straight.
No. New York and America is particularly straight.
Yeah, but there's several roads, so we need to know which road to walk straight
Look
on.
on a map.
Oh, yeah, that's true, actually.
All right, everybody except for Lyndon. Listen, when you're asking for direction, you don't know where you're going. Don't be asking people that you think work, like in the train station or on the buses.
I was trying to ask normal civilians that also looked like they were slightly lost or had just come out of lostness, and Fabrice was saying, "No, you can't just." Was it you that was saying you can't just random? You can't ask normal people.
Do you ask people in London for?
They ask me. So now it's my turn. I can't ask them.
I kept saying to her, I said, we're in New York. They don't care about us, you know. She said, no, I'm just going to ask. She was like,
Listen,
excuse me, where's the nearest Sephora? I said, nobody wants to help you find
They
Sephora,
will help
babes.
me. And do you know what? There was one lady. Do you remember one that was lost that seemed as if she was lost as well? And then she turned to ask us, and we asked her, and she helped us. She's the only person that gave us directions nicely.
Do you know why she did that? Because she wasn't from New York.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's why.
But people who are not from New York will help you for it. They'll let you know where the best food is, where the best nightlife is. They'll tell you everything, but not in New York.
New Yorkers, they're rude. And I can say that because one, I used to live there, and two, my family lived there, and I was just like, you people are rude and out of control. Just out of control.
The stereotype is true. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
And they're crazy. Oh my gosh, I would happily deal with rude people, but they are crazy. I have never, do you know when you go on holiday and you long for like the Central Line or the Bakerloo Line? That's when you know that it's gone to a new level. What? They're like metro system. What is it called?
It's no,
it's not
MTA.
It is MTA.
No, but they call it the something.
The
Subway.
MTA is like TFL.
Subway, there we go.
Subway.
The Subway, yeah. Madness. A madness. We saw things, yeah. I wish Leanne was here to tell the stories as well, yeah. People who were like literally screaming, foaming at the mouth, walking down the like, I kid you not, and I'm not even exaggerating, I wish I was, like feces on seats. It looked like it was just a madness.
Not feces.
Yeah, I wanted to find a really nice word to use that wasn't a rude word. I'm not trying to get in trouble in 2020 by parents and by the Lord. I'm not trying to. So
one time I went to Brooklyn and I left Angela and Leanne in the apartment. I said I'll meet you guys because we went to eat, because also as well when you're traveling while black, actually everything depends on where you're going to eat. So our whole trip was based on where we were eating.
Absolutely.
It wasn't based on like, I don't know, other people might be like, oh, I want to go and see like tourist attractions. Nah, forget it. We want to go to the hood. We want to get the hood food because as we've told you,
it's actually the holidays based on.
Hold on. You want to go to the hood?
We went to the hood.
Oh, we went to several hoods.
I went by myself and Angela and Leanne went together.
Yeah, we went to several hoods in different area codes. What? That's not even there. We're not even there yet. But our holiday was dictated by.
I don't know how you're alive, but anyway,
to be honest, I don't know how we're alive either, because in different states we always ended up in the hood.
Won't God do it? Won't God do it?
Grace of
do you know why? Because
Jesus.
we're looking for. Wow, actually, this is controversial.
For food.
Yeah, we're looking for food and we're looking for good music.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually
you have
our
to
whole.
Go to the hood for good food.
Yeah.
And
we said that previously.
what?
Have to go to the hood.
Listen, so I think we said this on another podcast. Did we say it on another podcast? If you told me that you're like, oh my gosh, there's an amazing Caribbean restaurant and it's in Fitzrovia, I would question
like
if it's authentic. Yeah, I know, but I would question if it's authentic. If you want authentic food, you actually need to go somewhere where there's a danger, some kind of danger to your life, your livelihood. Like that's where you know you're getting some good food.
Not in Toronto.
I haven't been to Toronto yet.
All right, we're gonna remove Toronto from this whole scenario.
Why? You went to Toronto?
Yeah, I did, but Toronto's like its own little echo chamber of perfection. So there's not, you don't encounter what else you encounter in North America. No, but you don't encounter what you encounter in North America.
The New York subways are crazy. That's all I can say. And then if anyone wants to understand what I mean, just book yourself a £250 ticket to Busan to New York and experience it.
It wasn't £250, or was it?
Yeah, it was. It was cheap.
No, it wasn't £250 because we didn't just do New York. You know why?
Why?
Because all my friends are ballers. but
pull up.
But New York, usually, if you time it well, you can get a ticket for £250.
In 2020, in case you don't know, Angela is trying to be a hustler and have several incomes, and her second income is obviously being a travel agent. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Listen to her.
I never thought about that.
If you book it smartly, you can get there for. I said, my God.
Yeah.
Maybe while you Google flights.
Listen, that's another thing. Traveling while black. When I tell you, me and Fabrice, it's only two people trying to align our times to fly out and my goodness me.
What's that got to do with being black?
Well, I was black and we were struggling.
Well, you were late because you were late.
We weren't late.
We weren't late.
So what's the difficulty?
No, I'm trying to time. No, we're trying to time.
Trying to time is hot.
Hey, it's a flight.
Wait, let me land, sir, because you're taking another avenue, Pero. I'm not even going there. I'm not even talking about that. Yeah, what I'm trying to tell you, I'm talking about us and our timings of us flying out. So trying to book flights.
You're black.
Trying to book flights.
It's difficult because you're black.
I was black and I struggled.
Can't you tell Linda's sister?
Fabrice was black and she struggled.
I did struggle.
And we were traveling and we're black. And that's our story for us.
That's to do with you being you.
No, it's to do with us being black. How about that?
Nothing to do with being black.
How do you know?
On an e-sharp for you today, Linton.
I don't travel when
and what's coming next is
I don't struggle when I travel.
But just because you don't struggle doesn't mean that's not an issue that other black people struggle with.
Other white
How
people
do you know?
struggle.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that today. We're talking about black people.
All black stories are valid and matter, and that's mine. Okay, so let me say it.
You struggling because you couldn't organize your trip.
So listen.
Nothing to do with being black.
Me and How rude. So me and Fabrice, yeah, we decided. So actually, this whole trip came about very like randomly. Fabrice was not supposed to have any time to go anywhere, to be honest.
No, it wasn't.
But because of my gift of gab and persuasion, somehow it turned out that she had some time.
Time and money.
Time and money.
Because we can always find time, but we can't always find the money.
Oh, we can always find the money in Jesus' name. And I was going to see my lovely friend who got married and moved to New Jersey. And I was like, well, I might as well make a trip out of it. Anyway, so we decided we're flying out. She wants to go to Toronto. I want to go to New Jersey. We'll meet in New York and we'll continue on to the other cities. But when I tell you the weeks, it was probably a month, of just trying to figure out. So when you do, and because we want to fly back together. My Jesus, when I fly out, when do you fly out? How do we meet? How do we fly back? What time can we get back? You want to go straight to work. I want to sleep for a day. Like, it was a madness. And in the end, I was so fed up. We booked our tickets, and then we had to book internal flights, like domestic flights from not from New York to the trip from New York to DC
to Chicago.
Listen, the trip from New York to DC was a different thing. No,
it wasn't a train. I wish it was a train.
It was a Greyhound.
Oh, Lord.
I wish it was a train. I wish it was a plane.
Why did you take the Greyhound?
Do you know why? Do you know why?
I took a Greyhound when I was 12 years old, and I'll never forget it because it's the worst journey in my entire
life. Where did you go?
We went from New York to Toronto.
That's
because my dad wanted to be extra and get the Greyhound.
She'll tell you about that.
I can tell anybody about that journey because I did it 2 months ago, baby, and it was a madness.
That sounded like a madness.
No, we only went to DC was 4 hours.
And do you know what? Who slept all the way? Fabrice, surprisingly.
The Greyhound buses, I don't know if it's probably changed now, but the buses was horrible.
No, they ain't changed.
Right.
They ain't changed. Right. We basically, Angela finessed us traveling from New Jersey to DC for free. Every journey was free.
This is the takeaway from traveling while black, yeah. And I know we haven't covered everything, but let me just let you know, if you've got the will to do it, you have the power to do it, my friends. Don't let them. I was telling Fabrice every single time, we will not line up. We will not play again. Like, there's no way. we missed our coach. We're going
Start from the top.
Okay.
It was snowing in New Jersey. We're waiting for the bus because we're trying to be sensible with our money. And I said, we're not going to come to America and spend all our money on Uber and food. We're not going to do that, even though we did.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the bus.
And it's snowing. A real snow. It's not silly.
It's
UK
proper snow. It's cold.
Snow.
We're waiting, but the bus goes directly to the terminal. We're thinking, okay, this is the most sensible thing to do. We'll just pay a little bit of money, and then the bus will take us straight into the terminal for us to catch the Greyhound. So we're waiting for the bus. The bus
we're
comes.
Dodging snow. We're dodging snow. Snow sliding off signs and stuff like that, and falling down right in front of us. Like, is like, what the hell? That's a whole big chunk of snow and ice that just fell in front of us and literally nearly missed us. I said, Jesus.
Because if it happens, if something falls on us, no one's going to help us. Because where are we? We're basically in New York. I mean, it's New Jersey, but it's the same attitude. Anyway, so then we see the bus approaching. On the other side of what? The road. Where are we? On the other side of the road. So there's no way we can...
Why is it upside the road?
Because we didn't know. Because we couldn't see the bus signs.
Was the right-hand side and you on the left-hand side?
Yeah, because we couldn't see the sign.
But we didn't know where...
Can you relax, please, Lyndon? Do you know what? Guess what?
Listen, Lyndon,
guess what? Traveling while black. Traveling while black.
Matter. Okay, right-hand side.
It does matter.
There's a bus that stops on this side of the road. There's a bus that stops on that side of the road.
No.
Listen, wait a minute.
We don't know which direction because we don't know where we're going. So it's not as if we know.
One second.
No, we were on.
There's two bus stops. There's a bus stop on this side. There's a bus stop on that side. We don't know which way is going to New York. There's no sign.
There's no sign because it's covered in snow. You're not listening to us. It's snowing hard.
All right.
Let me tell you something, yeah? Don't be traveling with people who are unbelievers, yeah? Because they will change your fortune and you won't travel across the states for free. Anyway, back to the story. So the bus comes, we're on the wrong side of the road. We all have like 1,000 bags and carrying fur coats because it's cold. Literally 1,000, like no exaggeration. Linton, you can't be asking us why. It's a redundant question. So
we just do.
Because
we didn't go there to look. We didn't go to America to bring a shame to our ancestors. We went there to stunt on everybody.
So you have to bring all the bags in the world.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did. Did you see our pictures?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, you should have seen our pictures because we stunted. Anyway, the bus comes and it comes around the corner and we realise that we're on the wrong side of the road. So we're thinking, crap, now I have to wait for the next bus. We cross over the road with all of our belongings, like every pot pan bag, whatever, and we brought with us. We crossed the road now. We're waiting for the bus. The bus comes. I'm calculating, thinking, okay, it's fine. We should be able to just still get into the terminal when we finally get to New York, Port Authority for anybody who wants to know, and we'll still catch our Greyhound to DC. We get on the bus now. The bus comes. We get on the bus, and the bus comes, and it's this really kind guy. So Angela just says,
He didn't seem kind initially.
He was kind. He had kind eyes. Yeah, he had kind eyes. He opened the door. Angela just picks up our bags and starts loading them on one by one. Yeah, one by one. Then I now have like one bag left. I reach into my little purse, take out my MTA card, and try to put it in the machine. But in my mind, I'm thinking, nah, there's no machine to receive this card, and it's no Oyster. So wagwan. So then I say to the guy, oh, hi, we just need, he goes, no, this is not New York. You have to pay cash. And I said, sorry? I said, you what? You have to pay cash. I'm really sorry for anybody listening in America to my awful New Jersey accent.
That's all right.
Anyway, and then he's like, I said to him, well, how much is it? He's like, $9 each. I said, sir, I've got 55 cents and an Oyster card.
I looked at him and I said, we actually have no money.
Angela, no, let me tell you. Angela's on the bus, yeah? And she's like, what? We don't have any money. I'm on the steps to the bus looking at him, and all our bags are where? On the bus. Yeah. I'm on the steps of the bus. I'm like, but we don't have any money, sir. I said, we're so sorry, we're not from around here. Oh my goodness. I look at Angela.
And I came back down to the bus. I said, there's no way. Our staff are already on the bus. We're going to have to take them off and stand on the side of the road like a piece of bread. There's no way. I looked at the man and I said, listen, sir, we don't have any money. We don't know where to get it from, and we're late. And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and then he said,
sit down.
Just go to the back of the bus. I said,
bring all your bags to the back of the bus. Yes. So now we're trying to push our 1,000 bags in every pot and pan.
I tell you 1,000 bags.
Oh, Jesus. And we're
rolling them down the bus. For real.
It was such a struggle. But luckily, we thank God the bus was like 100% empty. Mm-hmm. So we go all the way to the back of the bus, and then we prepare ourselves, this long journey to Port Authority. We sent Stephanie a video. We sent it on the bus, Stephanie. We're there looking like very random pieces of people. Yeah. And at this point now, we're driving through New Jersey and New York in a very higgy-hagger manner. My suitcases keep rolling forward. Yeah, I must have hit this poor man about 5 times, and I was like, I'm so sorry. He's like, it's all right. He wasn't from New York because he was nice. Then we finally arrive at Port Authority, and we arrive literally at like 5 minutes past 11, I think. So we've missed our coach.
And the lovely man saw how helpless we were and helped us with our stuff off the bus.
He helped us with our 1,000 bags off the bus. He actually did say, God bless you.
God bless you. That's what you can say. When you don't have $1 to give anybody, all you can offer them is God's blessing, because it's free. So, then we ran inside, and I said, well, Fabrice was like, no, we've missed our bus. Actually, she told us to look at the times for the new bus.
Yeah, I did.
And I know the prices as well. And we saw it was like $30 each.
No, that's a lie. I said to Angela, look at the prices. No, don't believe the lies that she tells you. Whilst we're on the bus going to New York, I said to her, look up and see how much it's going to cost us for us to get the next coach, because we're going to miss this coach. She said, oh yeah, no problem. It's going to be like $15 each. I said to her, okay, no problem. We can do that. Whatever, we'll just get the next one, let's not stress. And then as we get closer and closer, she's like, oh, you know what, whoopsie, I made a mistake, it's not $15 each, it's going to be $34, but don't worry about that, it's fine, I'm going to sort it out. I said, let me tell you something for free, babes, we're not spending $34
and
again.
I said, don't worry. And you said, Angela, if you pay for my ticket after I told you not to, I'm going to be vexed. I said,
I'm going to fight you. Yeah. So we get there. She goes off to information. I'm left there literally holding every bag, pot and pan, in the middle. And all I'm thinking is, if someone tried to come and steal our bags, what can I do? Because I can't.
You have to let one go.
I can't. Take the one bag that you want, sir, because I've got to protect the other 99. Do you know what I mean? What can I do? Absolutely. So she's gone for like 20 minutes, and she comes back. And what do you say?
I said, we're on the next bus, the express bus, for free. The ladies put us on no additional charge. I said, look, won't God do it? She was so nice. I went there and I said, listen, I don't know. You know when you have to play it up like, I have no idea. I nearly said, I don't even know where I am at the moment. I said, I don't know where we are. I don't know. I barely know my name. I don't have any money for another ticket. I'm just lost. In fact, it's a miracle that I even found you on your desk. And she looked at me and she said, you look lost. Don't worry. we're going to give you 2 free tickets for the express bus. I said, thank you, Jesus. Won't you do it? I said, there's no way we're paying $34 each for another coach. So guys, let me tell you something. When you're traveling, you better play up all of that confusion. Be confused. Act confused when you get there.
Don't give them bad.
Just, if you really missed it, you might as well.
Grace from the Lord.
Yeah.
Right?
She received grace because she acted like she didn't know.
But if you're in a sticky situation.
Prepare.
No, we were prepared. We were prepared.
You don't prepare, right?
Nah, Lyndon, I'm not having it. No, Lyndon, we were prepared.
Faith works.
We were prepared. We got the bus. We were going to get to Port Authority like 20 minutes early. We were going to have breakfast and then get ourselves. We already ordered. We had already purchased our Greyhound tickets. We knew we were getting the Greyhound because it was only 4 hours.
We purchased our Greyhound tickets in the UK.
We were prepared.
We were fully. But sometimes bad things happen to
extenuating
black
circumstances
people.
And a series of unfortunate events.
Yes.
Made you what?
Made us be on the wrong side to miss the bus. Then we didn't have money to pay, and then we missed our coach to DC.
But hold on, you already paid for the bus.
No, the bus. So we're talking about the bus to New York.
Right.
So just the domestic normal bus.
So the one that you had to pay,
bus.
then did you pay for that one before?
No, we
Didn't
got
pay
on them
for
free for
anything.
free.
Not prepared.
We
didn't pay for anything.
prepared.
Well, let me tell you something. Preparation or no preparation, what always helps is just being humble. Yeah, and Jesus. Being humble and just doing a little bit of just help me, please.
Yeah, I learned that from Angela. That's my lesson. That's my key takeaway. My key takeaway, which I've told everybody, is, excuse me, I need help. Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah. And if you say it 3 times, you can't say I can't. You say I can't. That's when they really know that you can't do it. And close your eyes. If you close your eyes, that's even better because they won't come with any kind of rebuttal. They just say, you know what? Come on, let's go. And that's how we made it.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are no lies told in this story. That is 100% truth. Let me tell you another thing about traveling while black. You know what? Yeah, when I was younger and I would travel places, usually it was to the Caribbean or to North America, and you'd see family. I think I got into my mind that when you see other black people, they would be friendly towards you. But actually, looking back now in hindsight, they were friendly because usually it was your family or your friends of family friends, or maybe you're in a particular community. So when I would go to Fort Lauderdale, which is where all the Jamaicans are, nobody at me because it's true. Okay, when I'd go to Fort Lauderdale in Florida and I see these black people, I'll be like, oh, hello, and everyone's pretty much friendly. Yeah, or people around, but I was a child, so I think people were just friendly towards me. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, when you're no longer a child, and you're in your 30s and you're traveling because you want to live life and do whatever, when you go to different airports and you see black people, do you know they are exceptionally rude?
Some of them.
Exceptionally. So here's a tip.
Especially in the airport.
Anybody who flies out of Baltimore Airport.
Oh my gosh, don't talk to anybody.
Don't talk to anybody who's black because you're going to think in your mind,
even the white ones were rude.
Everybody's rude.
Everybody was rude.
It's not my fault you live in Baltimore. You're not a tree. But Angela says, you can move, okay? It's not my problem that you live there and you don't like it. I have never encountered such rudeness in my entire life than I encountered in Baltimore Airport. At what time was it? 5:00 in the morning?
Some early time. And that's so before we even went into the coach and Greyhound story, the reason why I said in my fury, I booked, and my fed upness, I booked the last flight I had to book was from DC to Chicago, and I had enough of trying to do timetable scheduling. I just decided to book after looking for about an hour and so, I said, I'm just going to book this flight. I'm not going to do night vigil and try to find another flight. And it turned out to be 7:00, and it turned out to be 7:00 in the morning in Baltimore, and we were in DC. So we had to leave. Washington DC at, I want to say the butt crack of dawn, but I feel like that's rude. So can you bleep that out? We had to leave DC at the crack of dawn.
Let me tell you what we did. We went out. Went out. Did we eat?
We always ate.
I don't know what we ate that day. We went out. We came home.
We turned around.
We
packed our stuff before we left.
No, I packed before I left.
Yeah, no,
I packed before we left.
Yeah.
We went out. We came home. I think I slept for maybe 45 minutes. And then we left. And we went to the airport. And we were so happy. And then we got to Baltimore Airport and encountered rudeness from our fellow black people. I said, I've had enough.
Yeah, but you got to remember, you're on holiday. They are not.
No, Lyndon, they're in a job. They chose to be in that job.
No. You're on a holiday.
Yeah.
They're living their normal life. They might be in a bad mood. You can't expect them to be helpful to you because you're on holiday. If you go to a holiday resort, you'll find people that are also going to be happy because they're also on holiday.
Lyndon, I can't expect people to be civil and to do their job without being rude. And when it's their job, no. I have a job to do. Just because I'm in a bad mood doesn't mean that I can be rude to people in my job. It's out of control. There needs to be a level. There has to be a level of professional courtesy that you have. It's not my fault you work shift jobs. I don't work shift jobs. Do you know why? Because I don't like to wake up in the morning. How about that? I work.
Some people have to though.
Yeah, but so then get a new job or be nice to people. No, man, pick a struggle. You either stick in your shift job and you're a decent human being at 5 o'clock in the morning, or you get a new job. You don't get to have two struggles.
It's not that easy for everyone.
But if it's not that easy, then change your character and change your demeanor and just say good morning. Or if you don't know how to say that, just say nothing. This woman, she was just rude to everybody. Shouting at people.
The women were rude from when we were checking our bags.
Oh yeah,
from the very beginning. Everybody was rude. They just have a spirit of rudeness in that airport.
Wait, are these security people?
No, everybody.
What are they doing?
People who are checking in the bags.
Security people are rude everywhere.
No,
people checking in the bags, rude. The TSA woman, rude.
So
very
TSA
rude.
is notorious.
Do you know why they're upset? Because they want to be police officers, but you're not a police officer.
Yeah.
Go and join police academy if you want to be a police officer. Don't work for TSA. How about that?
It's crazy. But you know what? When we were in Chicago, the TSA people were lovely. The guy
you know
was
what?
laughing and
Everybody
smiling
in Chicago is lovely. Another tip: when you're traveling while black,
in Chicago.
let me tell you,
All
Chicago
the
was
people that we
lit.
encountered.
We had a great time.
All the people that we encountered.
The only person that we encountered that wasn't very nice was a security guard. Maybe I think he's in the wrong job, and he didn't really.
For where?
The security guard who couldn't say capacity.
Oh yeah, he said the club is at COMpacity. We have reached capacity.
It's his job to say the word capacity.
You know what?
He said
Do you know what
COMpacity.
happened? It was my fault. I went over to ask him a question, and I said, "Are you at capacity?" And I only went over because I was coerced into it by my friend.
And because he was black and we thought he would be nice to us. And
another thing.
I thought we thought we could get in on our accent
and our shared skin color.
Have you've been to Jamaica, right?
Yeah, but
how many of the people are rude?
Yeah, but Jamaica's its own.
No, but it's not their own. It's not just Jamaica. It's people working in the
Oh,
airport.
Jamaicans are out of control.
Oh man, you get to the airport, everyone is just rude. Everyone.
And they're ruder to you because you're British or you're not from Jamaica. Like, they look at you and they just start to cuss in your face. Don't think they're going to do it behind, like, quietly. They're going to do it to your face loudly.
But to be fair, it's a certain age. Because there's a lot of young people working there. They're just normal. They're just all right. But it's people of a certain age just rude the whole time.
And they don't care. And they're not going to be quiet. And if you ask them, they're going to say, "What's your problem?"
So I don't expect black people to randomly be happy because I'm black too.
Well, we did, and the guy came over, and we were in the line, and he was so mean. He literally said, "Right, everybody, after this point, y'all not getting in. We are at COMpacity." And Angela said,
and this point was everybody who was us and behind us, everybody go away.
So we were
literally from Fabrice,
from me. So I was just like, you can let me and my 4 friends in. Now you're taking the mick. You're out of control because he could let us in, but whatever. So then Angela was like, "Not COMpacity, sir. I said,
not COMpacity. What do you mean?
You just say that with your British accent,
with your chest.
Not COMpacity.
Shame him like that.
What was it? I said, what's COMpacity? They read COMpacity, eh?
Mad, absolutely mad.
He
may have. I don't know.
I don't think he would have understood. He wasn't like the.
Listen, man.
The
whenever I'm
sharpest
traveling
tool.
anywhere, I don't expect anyone to be friendly at all. If they are, oh man, that was nice, cool. I
Really?
don't expect anyone to be friendly.
Do you know?
Why should I expect them to be friendly?
Do you know who were nice though? Do you know the people who were friendly? The people in the hood. The people in the hood. When we went to Walmart in the hood, on the south side of Chicago.
Oh yeah,
they were lovely.
They were. Oh yes, they were very friendly.
They're very friendly.
Do you know how easy it was to see that you were in the hood just by seeing the when you were in the supermarket?
Oh, we knew when we pulled up.
It's just that is just definitely black. Oh, you're in the hood.
No,
we
knew.
We were in the hood because we were walking around with a man who had Sharpied in his beard and his head and his hairline.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I could not believe it. I followed him for like 5 minutes trying to get a video, and I said, "This is a madness." I felt like I was in a meme with him because it was out of control. But they were very friendly there actually.
And there was a woman cussing out the Walmart people at the front. "No, you're gonna effing do no, you said And then the lady was like, no, calm down, ma'am. Calm down, ma'am. Calm down. And then she said, you ain't gonna cuss on me today. I said, well, we're gonna have a fight here at the beginning, at the front of Walmart.
Yeah, because that woman
and someone's gonna pull out a gun. I'm not in the south side of Chicago. Come on, let's be going. But they were lovely in that. Apart from that,
but tell the truth,
nice.
Angela wanted to be in the south side. The moment we landed in Chicago, she was just like, "Oh, so where's the south side from here? And how did we get here?" I said, "My God, listen,
and didn't
friend.
we go? And didn't we make it? And aren't we here to tell the story?
Yeah,
and we went several times.
Yeah, but we survived because of Jesus. But no, Chicago was wicked. It was lovely. Actually, that was my favorite part. It's my favorite city. Of our East American tour.
DC and Chicago were very, very lovely.
Yeah, DC,
and
actually, people are nice in DC.
To go there, yeah.
People are very friendly in DC.
Very, very friendly.
So another tip.
All of our Uber drivers were black. They were so nice. In DC, all of them were black. They were lovely. Some of them were over friendly, but they're all friendly.
That's what I got from when I went to Austin. All the Uber drivers were just telling us about how much they love their city. And it's like, this is just really weird.
I think it's a very American thing.
They love it's like, oh, you can go here and it's got the best food here. And this is very weird for me. It's like, okay, this is too much. I don't want to talk anymore.
It's true. But Lyndon, you've been travelling while also being black.
Yeah, Lyndon, you've been going to all over.
I have not been all over. I went to two places last year.
Where have you been?
I went to Austin, Texas, and I went to Iceland.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And how was Iceland?
It was cold. It's just what says on the tin. It's cold. It's very cold.
But didn't you find it very pretty? Like, very picturesque?
I mean, it's just a bunch of snow, isn't it?
Lyndon.
It's a bunch of snow.
Not
it's
a bunch
cold,
of
it's
snow.
A bunch of snow. I mean,
did you not go to see the...
Blue Lagoon? Yeah, I went there. It was nice. That was really nice. But it was where we stayed as well was really nice. Where
you stayed in some bougie place.
That was just a normal place. That's how people live in Iceland.
When I went to Iceland, I didn't stay like that, and I stayed in a very nice Airbnb. Your Airbnb was not the same as mine, friend.
Oh, okay. Maybe
it was nice, but it wasn't like on your scale nice.
Yeah, it was super nice. I just thought Scandinavians were just living better than we were anyway.
No, I think Scandinavians are. They are. Did you find Iceland expensive?
Yep, very. Every meal was expensive.
Yep.
I wasn't paying for all of them, obviously, but
Hallelujah.
They were very expensive.
Yeah, I need someone to sponsor my trip to Iceland. Do you know I was
sponsor your own trip?
Traveling. Listen, fun enough, just before Christmas, I think I was getting on a train to Reading, and a whole bunch of things happened. But anyway, got on this train to Reading, packed train, no seats, so we're standing in the middle. Do you know, like, where it's kind of like the end of one carriage, the next is the beginning? So we're standing in there, and people sitting on their suitcases in there and everything. I was wondering, where is everybody? Bear in mind, it's a train at 11 o'clock at night. Where's everybody going at 11 o'clock at night? Yeah, well, I feel like it was going to Wales, but it was passing through Reading. Anyhow, so we're standing next to this lady, this young-ish girl, and she was just like, we started talking to her, and obviously because I was struggling with my bags, and she saw the struggle, and we started talking to her, and she was like, I'm just coming back from, I think it was Iceland, or it was Norway, one of the two, and she said that over there, like, milk was like £14 or something like that, and like a pepper is like £7-8. I said, what? This is really how people are living right there. And she's doing uni, she's doing a term abroad. I said, that's wild. Are they giving you more like student finance to pay all of those high amounts in, like, I can't think of buying a red pepper for £8.
I bought a bottle of water for like £4. Yeah.
It's out of control.
It's a bit silly.
It's and especially in Iceland, I think, because I asked the question, so do they just have like a higher cost of living because everyone's getting a higher rate of pay? And they were like, no, not everybody.
Most of them are.
Oh, well, the ones I spoke to, they said most people leave Iceland.
They might not know that they're getting more money, but they are.
Oh, well, a lot of people I spoke to, a lot of people leave and go to other countries, just because there's not a lot in Iceland.
Have you met anyone from Iceland?
Yeah, the people that I went to Iceland 2 years ago.
No, she's saying.
No, you met someone from Iceland
who's
living in London.
No, not
That's
to the UK. No, to other Scandinavian countries.
Oh, to like Norway and
yeah. I don't think they come to London. I think they go to other Scandinavian places.
But Scandinavian countries are the ones that they're all.
Yeah, but I think some of them are more expensive than others. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I think Iceland is one of the ones that's extremely expensive. I mean, I don't know how you found it, but when I went, like, tourism was just booming. They were building hotels and apartments everywhere. Because they were saying they didn't have
there's like a certain area where all the tourists go, and they have all the nice parts, so all the the cliffs and the waterfalls and all that kind of stuff. And obviously that was just tourists. So I didn't see many hotels, but I'm assuming that they're there. I mean, there wasn't a lot of people there at all anyway. It's just most of it is quite dead. It's only like 300,000 people on the island.
Wow.
It's less than Birmingham on the whole island.
Only 300,000 people live in Birmingham.
No,
Angela.
oh my gosh.
Less than
1 million people live in Birmingham.
Angela, just relax.
Why can't I learn?
You don't want to learn.
I want to learn.
No, you don't. I'm trying to think about anything else I can tell people about traveling while black.
It depends where you go, because America's different. Like, you go to America, like I said, you can't expect the black people to be especially nice to you, because they're used to seeing black people all the time. Everywhere I go in America, there's black people everywhere working. As soon as you get there, there's black people working in the airport. So it's nothing big for black people to be in America.
But you know what was nice though? Okay, maybe it's not the blackness, but I think being black with a completely different accent, people were like, "What? Where is your accent from?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're from London, we're from England." They're like, "Really? Oh my gosh!" And they're calling their friends. Listen, do you remember when we went to the Museum of Black? Was it Black History? What is African American Museum? There we go. African American Museum in DC, and it's lovely. It's actually, I mean, I think people should visit the museum. We didn't do all of it. We actually did the really depressing, or the heavier side of the museum, the levels, and we didn't actually go to the more celebratory sides of the levels and exhibitions. But anyhow, we ran out of time. But when we got in there, the security people were like, when we were trying to get out, they were like, "Oh my gosh, where's your accent from?" They'll be miserable. And then they heard us speaking and they said, "Oh my gosh." And they're all calling their friends, oh look, have you heard that accent? And also, I went to the loo in there, and there was an old African-American lady. And she came out of the toilet and she saw me and she was like, "Oh," she was telling me, "we need to walk upright with our heads held high," because we basically just trying to encourage me. I didn't know her from anyone. A really old lady, probably between 80 and 90. And then her husband was at the door of the loo like, Cheryl, Cheryl, come out. And she was like, "Oh, that's my husband. That's my husband calling me, sorry." And it was hilarious, but it was really nice. When there's something out of a movie, she did her whole little speech to me, "No, we need to hold our heads high because we're queens and kings and blah blah blah." Yeah. So
you came out of the toilet with your head held high.
And absolutely. What? After an old lady tells you to hold your head high, you better hold it high.
Oh yeah.
And she gave me a hug.
Really?
Yeah, but she didn't wash her hands after using the toilet. So I didn't know whether to be happy or to be concerned. But I said, let me receive this hug. She literally started talking to me as she exited the cubicle.
That's so funny.
But you know what?
Such a bittersweet pill to swallow, isn't it?
To be honest, if you've lived to that age, you haven't got anything that's going to make me sick, I don't think. So you can hug me.
That is so funny. Yeah, so it's true. There is obviously an affinity with other black people depending on where you go, but there's no affinity for any black person in New York. And I don't care what anyone says. Come at me. Let me tell you something. I'll take anybody.
New York do not care about absolutely anyone. Nothing can surprise them. Everyone's been there.
But the people were nice in Le Souk inside.
Who was nice? Who was nice inside Le Souk?
There will be nice people in New York, some of them, but overall,
it's true. They don't care.
Nice.
They do not care. They don't care about you. Trying to think of any other traveling stories.
To be honest, America's probably the best place to go for a black person anyway.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Because
you're just another black person there.
No, so you don't stand out.
I don't think that's true.
Of course what do you mean?
Africa, any country, I would say.
We're gonna come to them. We're gonna come to them. But before we get to
listen.
But Angela, where have you been?
Before we get to Kenya.
Before we get there,
I've been to Tanzania. I've been to Rwanda. I've been to Uganda.
Before we get there, is Egypt in Africa?
Huh?
Egypt's in Africa, isn't it?
Egypt is in Africa.
All right. So when me and Steph went to Egypt. Yeah, we got to Egypt. We went to Cairo for a day. We were waiting for the plane to go from Cairo back to Sharm el Sheikh, and we're sitting there, and there's this little girl that's like just really fussing with her family, just really fussing. And then we noticed that her dad was sitting there right in front of me and Steph and trying to take a picture. And we're like, he's actually taking a picture of us.
What?
Yeah, he's trying to take a picture.
What?
Trying to take a picture of us. And then after a while, his wife said, "Oh, can we just take a picture of you? Because we've never seen anyone."
Okay, so we're gonna
what? We've never seen anybody what?
That looks like you. Huh?
Are you joking?
Oh yeah, no. We saw a flash, and we're like,
what?
And then the woman said, "Oh, can we please take a picture of you? Because we've never seen anyone that looks like you two."
Looks like what? A black couple?
Yeah.
Okay,
What they also said was that, "Oh, you two look so beautiful.
Shut
we've
up.
never seen anyone that looks like you." Can take a
shut
picture
up.
of you.
So-
With our daughter, because the daughter was fussing because she wants a picture of us.
Jeez Louise.
The daughter, she's like 6 years old.
Probably thought
A
you were
little
Jay-Z
white girl?
and
Of course, they're
Beyonce.
from like Russia.
Let me
So this
specify.
is a white-
Sub-Saharan Africa. Maybe I should have been very clear.
Yeah.
Sub-Saharan Africa.
No. But it's not the people that live there though. It's people that are visiting there from Russia or Poland or somewhere.
So what
like
did you
that.
tell them?
No, we let them take a picture.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, whatever, fine.
You should have told
They're
them
gonna
actually
sell that.
I'm famous.
They're going to sell that picture?
You just said, do you want a signature too?
What I didn't understand was, you're in Egypt and you didn't expect to see anyone of color. What? How were you?
That's
You've
madness.
heard of Egypt. We never seen someone from color. I just didn't get that.
But we actually take for granted that there are people who have grown up in countries that have been really closed off, like the old like Soviet Union. Those countries there,
And China.
and China, all of them,
And Korea.
all of the countries that were socialist. What's the word I'm trying to look for? Communist. There we go. Communist. All those communist countries. Their understanding of the world, a lot of the people's understanding of the world and people, has it stopped?
No.
Oh, their understanding of the world is very, very different to ours, and I think they're really shocked when they see black people anywhere. So like a Russian person asked them to take a picture of you, but what are you going to do with the picture? That's what I'd have asked. Where's this picture going?
They're going to put it on their social media and show all their friends. That's what they're going to do. I'm not letting anyone take a picture of
They're
me
wild.
like that.
They're wild in China. I've never been to China, but all my black friends that have been to China say they will queue up to take pictures with black
and
people.
touch your skin and everything.
What?
Well, but also
they'll
white,
rub your skin and try to rub it off.
But also white people.
It's foreigners, so it's different in Asia.
But it makes sense because China's so big and they all look very similar.
Oh my!
So white and black
What did you
people
say, Lyndon? Well, Lyndon, what did you say?
look very
We're
similar.
gonna beep that out.
They look
Lyndon
very
ain't beefing
similar.
on nothing.
I'm saying it again. They look very similar.
That's the madness. So Angela, you're saying that the best place to visit for a black person is sub-Saharan Africa.
Absolutely. When I
Must be.
was young, I remember the first time, and even probably the first couple of times that I went to Uganda and Rwanda, it was such a shock to my system to see the adverts. All of the like billboards and stuff like that had black people. If they were like advertising like soap or breakfast cereal or whatever, black families. On the TVs, black families.
Same thing in Jamaica.
Like on the like everywhere you see black families, and it was such a shock to my system. Like, oh my gosh, everybody looks like me. Oh my gosh. In actual fact, it actually slightly rattles me, and I can't figure out why. Like, maybe it's because I'd never ever seen that before. But I'd say the best place, in my opinion, because I haven't yet gone to the Caribbean. I think I'm waiting for an invitation from those.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
To be honest,
You guys are actual liars, because I've told you I wanted to go to Jamaica and you said, okay, we'll figure it out.
one time I'm not going to Jamaica by myself anyway. I'm only going to Jamaica with someone who knows Jamaica. But anyway,
That's a dumb shame.
next thing.
But I haven't been there yet, to the Caribbean yet, but I'd say the best place to go is Africa.
Well,
Sub-Saharan Africa.
I've been to the Caribbean and I've been to Africa.
What
Which part of
parts?
Africa?
I've been to South Africa, I've been to Swaziland, I've been to Zimbabwe, and I've been to
You've been West
Kenya.
Africa. You've been West Africa though.
I haven't been to West Africa ever.
You went to Kenya for what?
I went to all the places for work.
Oh, for work?
Yeah.
So you went to Kenya for work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I went all the places for work, and
But you went to mainly Southern Africa?
I don't. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But I would say, actually, I don't know if I would say Africa is the best place to go. I want to go to Ghana badly, and I want to go to East Africa. But like my dear friend here, Angela, I'm just waiting for my invitation.
I give it invitation for 2020, and you said no, 2021, and I said okay, that's fine.
Okay, that we had that conversation literally last week, but whatever. I would say that people should travel. If like you should travel to a place where everybody looks like you. Because there's that sense of what Angela's describing is unmatched, and you can't find it when you go to America actually, and you don't find it when you go to Europe. That's for damn sure. So you'll find it in the Caribbean, and you'll find it in Africa, and that's the only place you'll find it. And that feeling that you have when you encounter everyone who looks like you is amazing. The other place that I think I've encountered that was in Atlanta, but that's because I think Atlanta is it's like an echo chamber. When I went to Atlanta for the very first time when I was 25, everybody was black. I didn't see a white person, I'd say, for my whole time I was staying there for 2.5 weeks. So actually,
even when we stopped there, when we were flying to Chicago, they were so nice and polite.
Yeah.
Remember I made friends with
it's the South.
The Starbucks.
No, Atlanta's like the busiest airport anyway.
And it's the South. So people are nicer in the South, in my opinion, in America. So it's like the reverse of the British of the UK. People are rude in London, and they're nice when you go up north. That's a sweeping statement, but I stand by what I say. But yeah, like I don't think you get that feeling of, I don't know, that you're so, I don't know what the feeling is. It's not about identity. It's not about, maybe it's just affinity. Like you're seeing its representation. And I think what you're describing is you didn't realize perhaps what you needed or what was missing until you saw it. Literally, like in Jamaica, the billboards are like a family around the table and everyone's drinking Milo. Do you know what I mean? Like it's very normal. Everything is very normal. There's nothing strange about it. Whereas here, if I see, or like Lyndon, you sent me a video or whatever of a black woman and her whole family's black, it's actually mind-boggling. You're like, oh my gosh, the dad's black, the mum's black, and the children are black, and the children aren't light-skinned or mixed race. The children are actually black. That's actually very shocking, and it's quite rare.
It's true. I'll be on the escalator coming up this like the station, and you know how they have loads of different screens going up the escalator, and I'll spot one from a distance. I see black people. I say, what is that advert? I'm waiting to come past it to see how is it that they've got a whole black family? What are they advertising? Or if a black person, what are they advertising? Like it stands out. Whereas in those countries, you're immersed in just black people and blackness and black families and just seeing a lot of black people.
That's why I think everybody went crazy going to Ghana. And anyone who's still in Ghana, just come back. Actually, don't come back. You don't have a job anymore. You've been there for too long. But like people,
maybe they've got a job in Ghana.
Maybe, but I doubt it. I think that's why people were like, yep, I'm going to Ghana, I'm going to Nigeria for Christmas, year of return, because I think they really, I think that feeling of wanting to see yourself represented in every, what's the word? In every, Lyndon, you're the wordsmith, can you help me out? In every
facet.
Thank you. Or like of society, people don't know you need it until you see it or until you're immersed in it.
And just side note, do you know this going to like, this thing, okay, I know the year of return for Ghana is something that's slightly different and new, but usually every majority of African countries, and probably the same in the Caribbean, I'm not sure, but a lot of African countries at Christmas time, everybody goes back. Everybody goes back, and there's parties, and it's actually like a good time to go. So
I've only really heard about that in Ghana and Nigeria. I don't know about everywhere else.
Everybody goes back. Even in Rwanda, like Christmas time and during the summer, but more Christmas, New Year's time is so everybody goes back and there's parties and everything and stuff like. So yeah, it's nice. I think Ghana was different because they had really made a thing out of it, and like a lot of celebrities went and stuff like that for that. So yeah,
I don't like this year of return thing because I feel like I missed out. Need to do it again.
What do you mean you don't like it because you missed out?
Because everyone went.
Were you prepared, Lyndon?
No, I wasn't.
Oh well, then
you don't have to go with everyone. You can. I'm telling you, it happens every year.
Just go by yours to go next year.
Unless you want to see celebrities, it happens every year.
Really
I mean, maybe just
I just want to be there with the atmosphere.
Yeah, but the atmosphere's there every year, you know.
Yeah, of Ghanaians going back.
Yeah,
but everyone going back, it's not the same. If Afro Nation's back next year, I'm going.
I don't know if it's back next year there. I don't know. They're doing it in Puerto Rico. I know that much.
Puerto Rico?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You want to go to Year of Return in Puerto Rico?
No, I don't. Definitely not. It's not Year of Return, is it? It's Puerto Rico.
That's true. But it's a Caribbean island.
No.
No?
No, no.
It's not in the Caribbean Sea?
It's in the Caribbean Sea, but it's not a Caribbean island.
Why not? Because they speak Spanish.
Yeah,
it's an island.
You know what I'm saying. You know what
That's
I'm saying.
not their fault. They speak Spanish.
You know exactly what I'm
and
saying.
do you know Jamaicans? We would have spoke Spanish too, but we.
I'm glad we don't.
It says shoe.
Wow.
Because we calling ourselves Spanish when we're in the other places as well.
Wow.
I don't want that. Jamaicans call themselves Jamaicans. Everyone else calls themselves Spanish.
I don't know if people call that. You know what?
Jamaicans call themselves Jamaicans.
You're right. Jamaicans call themselves Jamaicans. Let me hush.
I think you're right, Lyndon. But I refuse to get involved in that one.
Oh, Jesus, have mercy.
I'm gonna let the Latino people live. So yes, I just hope that this year I do some more traveling.
Prepare this time,
Yeah, we were prepared. What's wrong with you?
Prepared.
You're just upset because you didn't get to come on our trip. And to be honest, we were also upset that you didn't come on our trip because we were basically that trip would have been lit if you had been in it. You went on it, so
it was lit
just
anyway,
it was
but
just
it would
lit.
have been litter.
It
would have been
lit.
a different type of lit.
I feel like I would have been frustrated with your 19 bags everywhere.
Oh yeah. Oh no, don't worry. We've managed. Fabrice actually managed her bags and mine. That's another thing I realized when I travelled. I'm more useless than I realized.
You see?
I'm more useless than I realized.
But what did you do? You surrounded yourself with people who weren't useless.
Yeah,
so we moved.
Absolutely. Where you are weak, where I'm weak, that's where you're strong. Thank you for your help.
And we need you to. I'm gonna need you to travel with 2 bags next time.
We're not taking 2
one
bags.
suitcase.
Where are we going?
One on your back.
No
Where are we
way.
going?
And that's all you need.
Where are we going to Slough?
Hand free to do things like pay for things.
No, we're going to Slough.
And to go to the ATM and get your money.
She said, "Are we going to Slough? I've had enough."
No, I can't do that.
1 suitcase. And
2 bags
one backpack.
internationally? What? No.
What
Why?
do you- what more do you need?
Lyndon, that's a very loaded question. It depends what you're going. It depends how long you're going for, who you're going to see.
What more do you need?
It depends, Lyndon. I can't give you an absolute answer. I need lots of stuff.
What do you have?
I need on that trip I took.
You need clothes and you need toiletries.
I need clothes,
Those are-
toiletries, makeup, books,
Yeah.
chargers, a laptop.
How many books?
I took 3 books with me. Hair products.
backpack?
Oh, we didn't even tell you, Lyndon. Not only were we carrying 17,000 million bags, we were wearing 3 coats at a time.
Don't tell
Both
him.
of us were wearing 3 coats
Okay,
at a
no.
time.
What do you need more than clothes, toiletries?
No, but
Makeup is included in
Yeah.
toiletries. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you need your clothes, and your shoes, and your
Yeah, but that's
toiletries.
what we packed in all these things.
Right, and then you need more than 1 bag for that.
Hello?
Or 2.
Hi. Are you
just-
here?
I have a bag for all the clothes
Lyndon,
and the toiletries and a bag for my
Let's not
laptop and all that kind of
pretend
stuff. So what else
that
do you
men
need?
and women pack the same. Let's not be very silly. We're all
Pack
too
it all into
smart.
one big
Lyndon,
bag.
we're too smart for this conversation.
Just the faux fur coat. Yeah, I'll say faux fur because I'm not trying to get any anger from anyone. We'll take half of a suitcase.
Was it faux? Was it faux?
Oh
No,
yeah,
it's faux.
mine was definitely faux. But
Absolutely wasn't.
we can see anger in the sitting room, and it's not for
Don't get me angry.
No, I'm not trying to
You
get
get
anyone
angry
angry.
over real fur.
I bought a vintage coat and I thought it was fake, but it wasn't.
Oh,
Oh, I thought it was. We
I
hadn't
hear
figured out
killing
yet.
bears. And
No,
that.
it's.
Oh,
I
wow.
think it's. And no, don't say bears.
It looks like a bear.
Oh no!
It's alright. Don't worry. They
What do-
died
what
a
do-
very,
what do you
very
want it
long
to be, a
time
squirrel?
ago.
I don't know, guys. Can
It's
we
definitely not a squirrel. I can tell you that for sure. But they died a very, very long time ago. It's a vintage coat. Ooh. But listen, packing is a madness. We had to
Yep,
unpack
it is.
at the station, at the airport. Packing is a madness.
Why are you shaming us and telling everyone our story?
No, but it's the truth. And I'm telling you, do you know what? You have to do it with your chest. If you can't avoid it, you do it with confidence. Confidence. You take out anything that's heavy and you put
it on.
You weigh it. And if they say you have to take out something
How
more,
many
you look
coats
at
did
them.
you have with you? And why did you
3.
have more than
We had
2?
3. We had one that was a casual coat. We had one that was a casual but coming to nighttime coat. And we had one going out.
Coming
coat.
to night time.
Why are you
Yeah.
asking
I've
the
never heard
questions
that
and you
in
don't
my
want to know
life.
the answer? I
Do you
feel
know
like
what
you're
coming
asking.
to nighttime?
Yeah, that's when
So I want
it's
you to
not
shame yourself on
daytime,
this
but it's
podcast,
coming
that's
to
all.
night.
I'm not shaming myself, so I'm not saying anything. What I'll
That's the
say is
truth.
this. What I'll say is this. When your bag is overweight, friends, take out the coats and guess what? Just hold them because then what can they tell you?
Exactly.
They can't tell you anything.
I
Oh
knew
wait,
it
hold
was
on.
gonna
So
be
your bags
overweight
were
from-
overrated, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
all,
Yeah, see?
all the time.
More.
That's why
More
nobody really got
preparation.
any presents because
More
it.
preparation needed.
No, we were prepared to carry our free coats.
Yeah, exactly.
We were prepared, yeah. And people were looking at us crazy. I actually said to Fabrice before we left here, I'm going to have to wear 3 coats because I can't reduce anything more in my suitcase. And if someone stops me at the airport and says, you can't do that, I'll have to tell them, that's my culture. What are you going to... What if it's my culture to wear 3 coats? Now what?
And this is why people in security are just fed up with this rubbish.
Yeah, and we're also fed up of being asked silly questions. We're also fed up. So just let us.
I just want to get through, get on the plane. That's just want to get through. I don't want to ask no questions.
We all want to do that.
But you're not helping yourself.
Listen, Lyndon. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm trying to explain to you why we had to bring so much stuff.
And I'm telling you
don't want to hear it.
I'm saying you
don't want to hear it.
And we thought it was going to be cold. They told
no, it was cold. It was cold.
It was kind of cold.
It was cold in Iceland too.
It was cold in Lyndon. We're not going to compare your travel to our travel because it was ridiculous.
Cold in Iceland.
I'm sure it was
cold
there
for
in Iceland.
4 days.
Yep. We were in America for 12 days and I went to Toronto where it was freezing. Yeah. Actually, it was below freezing. So I'm not going to tell anybody anything. I needed a coat so I could survive.
And in fact, if we could carry another 4th coat, I would have bought a new coat to carry.
I bought a keyboard and laptop with me.
Lyndon,
it's all right.
Do you know what, Lyndon? Clap for yourself because I feel like you want accolades.
I don't want accolades.
Yes, you do.
I don't want accolades at all.
You do.
Well, I want you guys to learn from your foolish ways.
If I could carry another coat, I would have bought another one to carry, and I'd have carried it on my head, and no one could have told me anything. But I was tired.
You bring your whole wardrobe with you to America.
Yeah.
Why not? If not, why not?
If not, why not?
We need options.
But it was a good time.
Hold on. So we got someone who travelled internationally. How many bags did you have?
The one person.
How many bags did you have?
Stop comparing. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy, friends. Don't do it.
How many bags? Put them up.
Listen,
how many
don't
bags?
Put them up.
How many bags did you have?
Put them up.
International superstars.
She said 5.
No,
she said 5 bags.
How many bags did you have?
She said 5. But she's a professional. She's a professional packer. He's talking about his lovely wife.
She had 3 bags.
Had a big one, a little one, and a backpack.
So did we.
You had more than that.
No, we had a big one, a small one, a backpack and a handbag, and 3 coats.
Yeah, we did. I wish you had seen us.
And to be honest, I'd do it all over again. Okay, traveling while black. Have a backpack and a handbag, and then when you put your coat on, they can't see your handbag. It's true.
We were on the Greyhound. Everywhere we went, we left something behind because we were tired of carrying it.
Shh, don't tell it.
After we got off the Greyhound, we said,
"Stop it!"
We threw away our sleeping cushions or blankets and our cushions because we couldn't continue to carry them.
And the Greyhound was
said,
so
you know
dirty.
what, Greyhound, here you go, you can have that.
I said, I'm not taking that with me. If that can stay on the Greyhound, I refuse.
In Chicago, I threw away a pair of shoes. I threw away
your
some
steamer.
Other stuff.
Your steamer.
My steamer. I couldn't take it.
Not me.
Yeah, it was too much.
Not me, babes.
I can carry 3 coats, but I can't carry a steamer in my hand. I think they'll stop me. The
better question is, why did you buy a steamer? That would be my question, but it's all right.
I've decided the only place I actually want to travel to are the Americas and Africa. I don't need to go anywhere else.
You don't want to go back
to the Caribbean? You should try.
Why don't you want to go back to the Caribbean?
I said the Americas.
Oh, sorry.
But what about like
Asia?
Don't need to go there.
You've never been there though.
Nope.
It's very pretty.
It must be.
Wow.
I'm sure it is. Wow. Maybe Singapore, but that's about it.
It's extremely
go to
expensive.
Vietnam.
Huh?
Hong Kong is very nice.
Yeah, I don't really need to go there.
They're very beautiful. You should go.
Yeah, probably.
But it's a different kind of culture that you would ever experience. That you would ever. Okay.
Don't go to Australia either. I'll never go to Australia as long as I live.
No one should go to Australia because actually you can die. There's so many things that can kill you over there. It's not even worth it.
I don't know how people are living there right now.
The risk to me.
How are you alive in Australia?
I know it's very sensitive because they've got like a serious issue going on. But honestly, the risk to your life from those insects, let alone animals, is out of control.
I can't do that.
I can't do that. All right, gang.
You can't go to Europe anymore, so.
Why can't we go to Europe anymore?
Brexit.
I've had enough of that.
Get out of here. We're not having that conversation. Lyndon, you're too smart to say things like that. Too smart. But talking of European countries, I've got a story time for you before we do clap for yourself. Let me just find it. So I met up with my friend the other day from university. My friend who's a black psychologist. Clap for yourself, Tanya, because she listens to the podcast. And she was telling me about a story that her and her boyfriend encountered when they went to Italy. Now, just to be clear, I don't really like Italy. I've been there a number of times. Like, I've been there 3 times, once for work and twice for holiday, and I've had a bad experience every time. But whatever, it's fine. fine. So I was talking to her about Italy, and she was like, let me tell you a story that you can say on your podcast because it was out of control. So her and her boyfriend were in Italy. I don't remember where, I'm not sure. So I've been to the Amalfi Coast, I've been to Genoa, and I've been to Rome. I think they must have gone to somewhere like Rome or wherever, like somewhere very, very touristy. And in her words, she said, listen, we were in the airport and we had endured 7 days of prejudice, continual staring, and we were in the airport. So she was waiting for her boyfriend. I think he'd gone to like check the bags in or something. So they were just sitting there. And then a police officer and 2 army officers came up to her with like guns and said to her, can I have your documentation before you go through security? So at this point, yeah, they haven't he's checking in the bags, like he's putting the bags in. They haven't gone through security. She's just sitting down and he's like, can I have your documentation? And she's just like, what do you need documentation for? He goes, I've asked you once. I'm not going to ask you again. Show me your documentation. So now my friend Tanya, she's got the spirit of me. She's like, I'm not showing anything. I don't need to show you anything. Why are you asking me for it? Anyway, they're going backwards and forwards. Then her boyfriend comes back and he's like, just show them the documentation. So she shows her passport and then he says, well, where are you going? And she goes, well, we're going back to England. And he was like, so where are you from? And she was like, you're holding my British passport, so how about I'm from England and I'm going back to England? And then so my friend's now saying, oh, well, why do you need to know? So then he starts touching my friend's skin and she was like, what are you doing? So now the police officer, and the 2 army guys, they're now starting to get like quite frazzled because she's starting to shout and her boyfriend's saying, what's the matter? And she's just like,
where's
why
her boyfriend from?
St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Mm-hmm. No, I wouldn't say she's black. He's black.
Yeah, no, he's black.
Oh
no. So he's black. Her boyfriend's black. He's from SVG. So now she says, you're touching my skin. So now the army guy throws up his hands in like, oh, I don't know, man, and says, I'm sorry. And then he just walks off. So the army guy walks off and the police officer walks off and says, oh, lucky, something like, oh, lucky for you this time. Next time, just be more careful. Randomly, so now she's really angry, so she's just like cussing. Then this Brazilian guy walks past and says, do you know what, I am so sorry, I watched the whole thing take place and if you want, I've recorded it on my phone. And he goes, you know, I live in this country, but this country is disgusting. I'm so sorry for what I've seen today, but actually I'm more sorry for what I've seen take place in this country. It's so racist. And she was like, why were they asking me where I was from before I've even gone through security? Why were they asking me for my passport? And he said, basically, they're assuming that you're not law-abiding citizens and they're assuming that you're here to either sell drugs or for prostitution. And because you were sitting by yourself, I think they thought that you were like an escort waiting for someone to pick you up. And she was like, in the airport. And he was like, that's the only escort. Yeah, he's like, that's the only logical conclusion I can come to. Because when your boyfriend came back, that's when they were like, oh, well, let me ask you for documentation. And she was just like, oh, sorry, she went to the Vatican City. And she was like, I will never, ever go back to Italy again. And I said telling everybody, Italy's not nice. It's extremely, I tell everybody, I don't like it. It's extremely racist. Now, I'm not saying that there are not people in Italy who perhaps might share my skin color, who maybe are involved in prostitution or escorting or selling drugs. But guess what? I know for damn sure there are people in Italy who are involved in prostitution, escorts, and drug trafficking who aren't my colour. How about that? And I don't see them being attacked or racially profiled at the airport. So for me, I'm out. I can't deal with them things there. My friend also went to Bulgaria and had a very similar experience, and she was like, I've told everybody I know, don't go to Bulgaria because you will have a disgusting experience. And she went on this massive trip. I think there were like 40 of them for someone's 40th birthday. Stayed like in a really nice resort, and she goes, we were treated like not second class but third class citizens, and I could not believe it. And I have told everybody I know, don't go back to Bulgaria, don't go to that resort, don't book through a travel agent because it's disgusting. And I said, I can't do them things there. What? I'll burn down the airport. I'll burn down the whole airport, you know.
Down.
Yeah, I will. I'll burn. How dare you how can you come over and intimidate one black woman, one police officer and 2 army officers and say, who are you, can I have documentation? It doesn't take 3 men and 2 guns to ask a question. I've had enough.
What about like Sardinia?
I've been to Italy.
Yeah, right.
But I didn't really deal with any of that because I was with a bunch of white people. So
well, there you go then.
Yeah.
Every time
we didn't even really speak to Italians.
Oh, really?
We went to like a manor house in the hills with no one else there. So
what life do you live?
That was when I was that was at work. That was back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to have
Linda's
life.
To any of the locals. We just got taken to the manor house.
Oh no.
I want to have Lyndon's life, because when you're working, you got taken to that manor house, and now you're working for yourself. You're going to Iceland, staying in some bougie places. Friend?
I mean, that was one trip, but okay.
Friend, just don't forget me, isn't it? Please. Don't forget me, Lyndon. Don't.
He's already forgotten. He's definitely forgotten me. I haven't seen him for how many long?
Is that my fault? Is that my fault? Is that my fault? Anyway. Is it my fault? No,
at least we'll have these podcasts to show that we used to
were
know
friends.
Each other.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah. He remembers me. Are you sure? I'll be like, yeah. Listen, go back here.
Listen,
podcast number 12. We were talking about it.
I hear stretching, you know.
Me? So I can't stretch.
Angela's always in between a period of sleeping and sleeping. Is that a lie?
People are really haters. Is
that a lie?
I'm stretching. I can't stretch in peace.
The other thing I learned when you're traveling while black is, you know what? You have to understand people's COMpacity.
This is an act already. I already know that this is an act, but okay, go ahead.
You have to know people's COMpacity for sleeping.
Yeah.
Who knew? Yeah. Who knew my friend Angela could sleep so much? Not me.
How did you not know that?
Because I don't live with her.
No, but we know that she's sleeping.
But it's not the same.
If she's not talking, she's sleeping.
It's not the same. And sometimes I'd be tired and Angela would be like, it's okay. What we can do, we can have like a nap.
Yes, you can.
You know, like when you're talking to children, you're trying to get children excited about having a nap. Yeah. Do you want to have a nap? No, I'm not tired. Do you want to have a nap? I'm not tired. Have a nap. Go on, have a nap.
I've come to
be fair, last week I had a couple of naps in the middle of the day.
Life changing.
What life are you living?
Life changing.
No. Because last week I was getting up early, like 4:30. So I was doing what I was doing. Then I was having like a break and having like a half an hour nap and then carrying on.
Okay.
That half an hour nap was fine.
Let me tell you something. Fire, do you know that we are the only animals that fight sleep? Actually,
you don't fight sleep.
No, yeah, you definitely
you don't fight it. You encourage it
every time.
No, but do you know what? To be honest with you, we did have some late nights and early mornings, and there were some mornings where I woke up before you. Come and tell me that.
You woke up before me because you'd had sleep the previous day when I had been awake.
Yeah, who told you to be a night vigil?
Because I wanted to go and find Chick-fil-A, friend. That's why.
Friend?
Did I not go and find Chick-fil-A for both of us?
That's very true. She did do that when I was sleeping.
Yeah, I did.
Sleep is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You don't go on holiday to come back more tired.
I don't go on holiday to sleep.
That's devilish.
No, you gotta sleep. What do you mean you don't go on holiday to
sleep?
As in,
you need to sleep.
I'm not gonna go on holiday and just be up every second. I'm going on holiday to relax for a decent amount of time.
Amen.
I'm gonna sleep as much as I want to and then go enjoy it.
I love it. Fabrice, she's always on 1,000. Like, she doesn't stop.
Yeah,
that's not true, because I got sick and I stopped and I was like,
because you were sick.
That's very true.
Yeah, I got sick and I was like, I'm not going out, I'm staying in.
Yeah, that's very
Actually,
true.
we stayed in quite a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, we did.
We stayed in more than we thought we would stay in.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're going to have we're going to have part 2 where we won't stay in at all. There won't be no point booking a hotel. We'll just be out.
Angela, what story are you telling people? We're not booking a hotel because we're going to be out.
Oh no,
friend, that's your story. Guys, that's not my song or my story.
Out in the Lord, we'll be out. Just out.
Anyway, before Angela just exposes anything that I don't think even needs to be exposed, there's nothing to expose.
No.
Before we finish, I am very excited to hear everybody's nominations for Clap and Slap Yourself.
Before we get there, we need New Year resolutions.
Oh, I don't have any, you know.
New decade resolutions.
I don't know. I need to think of one that I'm happy to share.
I've got two.
I want to share. I want to share them when I'm clapping for myself because I've done them.
What, at the end of the year?
Yeah. No, sometimes maybe even in a quarter. Like I want to share them in retrospect. Like, oh yes, this is what I planned and this is what I've done. But let me think. You can go first, Sarah.
I want to drink more water.
Oh, absolutely.
And I want to be the fittest I've ever been. That's my resolutions.
Yeah, I'm about to go in this gym still.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been started anyway.
Oh yeah.
But we'll see by the end of the year.
Oh, you're doing like Angela. We're waiting a whole year.
Yeah. Because I can't tell you the actual goals, but I'll get.
Oh well, then if that's the case, then take mine out, please. And
can I see mine?
Go for it.
I'm going to not let fear hold me back this year.
Oh, amen.
All right.
In every COMpacity. In any COMpacity,
The title of this podcast is now COMpacity.
Yes, COMpacity. 2020, the year of COMpacity. So
you sound like a prosperity minister.
I'm telling you. Oh gosh, no, let me not talk about that. I don't want fear to hold me back in any capacity. So that means, like, in terms of things that I've wanted to do and I've put off for any reason, or even down to things like a spider. Steph, you'll be happy to know that I caught a small spider in a tissue this year. Friend, fear will not hold me back.
Just say eight-legged thing to Stephanie. You can't really deal with it.
It's a madness. But you know what? I rebuke that spirit of fear as well in you, Steph. We will win. We will win. The spiders can't bring us fear.
Not in this country anyway.
Not in this country.
So that's one of my main ones. That's the one I'm willing to share. The rest of them you're just gonna see on I would say you'd see on Instagram, but I'm not Instagram. That's probably another one that I need to figure out.
Instagram, you just
social media, yeah, but I'm on it, but am I really on it?
I think that should be on the
you said let me get into that
every week.
Jesus.
Oh, mine is I'm coming off. I'm coming
actually,
off
let's give
Why are you coming fast?
Let's
slow down.
Give a New Year's resolution to somebody else. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
So I'm going to give one to Angela.
No,
you're gonna post something. Once every 2 weeks.
What?
Let me listen. Can I say something?
No, accept it.
Can I say no? I can't accept it, and I'll tell you why.
Post something.
Do you know why? Because I was actually thinking about it. Initially, that was one of my New Year's resolutions, and then I started to think about I need to make sure that my Instagram page or my social media in general is a true reflection or is something that I want, and I need to figure out what I want my social media pages to be. So before that happened, or before I figured out that I don't want to just be posting every 2 weeks, I'd actually wanted to post more regularly than that. Yeah, I know. Look at me. But I think without direction or without like a reason why, like why what do I want from it, I will just be posting what I see, and I just don't want it to be like that. I actually if I'm actually going to be on social media, which I haven't done for a long time, just because I've just never felt the need to, and also like I think I have very mixed feelings about it. I want to make sure that it's a page that I want to see. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get it?
When I said post something, you didn't have to post you.
No, well, I was if I want to post me.
Post something.
What I'm trying to say is I need to figure out what I want my page to be like.
I think
before
that's procrastination.
I post
I
anything.
think you're overthinking everything. It's not that serious.
I think it is.
It's not your LinkedIn profile.
No, I think it's.
No,
I think
is, you know.
I see.
Why?
I see a lot of Instagram, or I see a lot of sides of social media which I think are detrimental to people.
Right.
And I want to be. I want my pages or whatever. If I decide to go into doing social media or being on social media properly, I want it to be something that I would look for myself, or that kind of breath of fresh air.
So it sounds like you know what you want then.
No, we need to figure out what that looks like. People want to rush me, but I can't be rushed.
Is what I'm saying. Post something. Could be anything. Post something. You're not going to be one of the people that have a whole bunch of 100 pictures of their face. Not one of them ones. That's even. I don't even like those Instagram pages, but post something.
Thank you for the encouragement, sir.
No, post something.
Okay.
I think that's a spirit of procrastination. Oh yeah, that's what I think. I think you should give yourself a timeline if you're committed to saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a timeline.
So what's the timeline?
The timeline is the end of Feb.
Okay, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Perfect. I feel like I need to have some big resolution, but I just really don't. My resolution is to have 7 incomes. That's what my resolution is, and I have
7.
2. Yeah. I went to a lit Sunday church service in where were we? Chicago. Went to All Nations, and the man spoke to us about 7 different incomes, and I said, "My God, let me get my money up." Mm-hmm. Actually, let me collect my coin, number 1.
Yeah.
And let me get that coin up.
Yeah.
Number 2. That's what I need to do.
So I'm waiting for everybody else's suggestions for other people, because
that's what I was waiting for.
Oh, why don't you suggest?
So do you want to give a suggestion?
I suggested for you to post something.
Okay. So do you want to give a suggestion for Lyndon, or do you want me to give a suggestion?
You give one for Lyndon.
So Lyndon's going to give a suggestion for you. Are you ready?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, but
wait.
Then I've given 2.
No, I have to give one for you, and you have to give one for Lyndon.
I have to give one for whom?
I have to give you a suggestion and you have to give it to Lyndon.
Okay, fine. My suggestion for Lyndon is to tangibly discover a way to inspire young men in his community to do something
This is long.
over the course of the year.
English.
Time for that.
English.
That's what I
said
said.
tangibly.
That's what I said.
Discover a way and a portal to and
Don't hate on me.
in the
Don't
community
hate
today.
on my vocabulary. Thank you. Okay. Thanks.
Did you hear that?
Some mentorship, Lord, that's long.
Some way. I didn't say how regularly. I didn't say what the commitment is. I just think that's something you could do.
All right,
Wicked.
I have to take that one.
Wicked.
Do you want to hear mine?
Yeah, for Miss Fabrice.
Fabrice.
Yep.
I think yours is to be more fearless especially with like the desires of your heart in terms of get your life. Do you know where I'm going? Sam,
You're laughing so hard. You're just relax.
You think I'm turning left, pero I'm just saying to her. Yeah, I'm just saying, like more in terms of like if you want to do more music and more like to really like completely step out of your comfort zone.
She changed it halfway through.
No, it's not. That's what I was gonna say.
No,
Okay.
You always think what I'm gonna say, but I'm the one who's saying it. Are you giving it?
All right. No, you said it.
All right.
Step out of my comfort zone. Okay, I can do it. Mm-hmm. I can do it. That's it. That's done.
Yeah.
Let's clap for everybody. Clap for yourself.
What did you say?
You haven't done your clap for yourself and clap.
That's what I tried to tell them, and they said before we do it, let's do this resolutions. Right, let's be quick, guys. Let's be swift. Yeah, let's be swift. Hello.
My clap for myself. Actually, I would like to
yourself.
clap for myself anyway.
Introduced it, by the way.
Introduce what?
That you're going to do your clap and slap for yourself.
I did, but Lyndon cut me up, so Lyndon, you can
You have
introduce
to do
it.
again.
Go on, Lyndon.
Yeah, go on.
Not crinkle crankle. No. Not that.
I don't ever do anything crinkum crankum. It's not in my DNA. So, my sister, I say that and I go and say this. So I met my sister and she cussed me out. She said, Angela, every single podcast they do clap for yourself, slap yourself, clap for yourself. What do we do?
Why don't you know?
Clap
Why
for
don't
yourself
you know?
and slap yourself. Yeah, every episode. And every episode, it's as if it's caught you by surprise. It is a regular segment in your podcast. You need to be better prepared.
Amen.
Amen.
I say all of that to say I still don't know who I'm going to slap today, but I'm hoping that the spirit will just give me.
Always the spirit. Every minute the spirit's got to deliver you. Every minute.
Okay.
Every minute Jesus. Sometimes you got to do it yourself.
I know who I'm going to slap. The person I'm going to slap. Should I start with a clap or slap?
Whatever you want to start with.
Okay,
Boo.
I'll start with the negativity because I want to end with positivity. Cool. The slap themselves goes to Donald Trump, who can get it continuously any day. I just don't like bullying in any shape or form, and I feel like he's putting everybody's lives in danger or potentially in danger with his foolishness. Actually, the person who I really want to slap is whoever is in charge of his like gadgets or like
Gadgets.
Yeah, any gadget, whatever he has.
Who's
is him.
tweeting for him?
No, it's not tweeting for him. Who is that, and why haven't they stolen his phone? I don't care how many times you have to steal it. I don't have to scare you have to steal it at morning, noon, and night. Please, somebody get it and stamp on it or something. Like, you don't understand. This is real life now. Why does he have a phone? Why is he able to tweet? All these Twitter wars doesn't make any sense to me.
He's tweeting about war now. It's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a real Twitter war for real.
It's really silly.
It's really ridiculous. So that's who my slap. I actually want to slap his staff, to be honest, because at some point you have to start blaming the crazy man and start thinking about the people who are around them and who's enabling this behavior. And whoever the staff are, you just need to anybody, grab his phone or whatever he's typing on. The clap for
No,
yourself.
we do that separately. You don't even know.
No?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we
Okay,
do, we
right,
do.
then that's fine.
See, not even paying attention.
Maybe it's a new year and it's a new way.
It's not a new way.
Okay.
It's a new year in the same way.
Okay.
Lyndon, you're up.
I kind of wanted to clap for somebody first.
Well, we started with slap friend.
You didn't hear me?
Huh? I heard you. I'm annoyed that you started with the slap. I'm going to slap the media who all of a sudden feel like Meghan and Harry need to stay in this royal family. Oh, yeah. This whole thing's been annoying me all week. So I want to slap the media, the tabloids, for creating a situation and then complaining about the situation at the same time. So they've been treating Meghan with like absolute crap for the longest time, and then when Meghan and Harry say, "Bun you, I don't want to deal with this anymore," they want to say, "Oh my gosh, why would you do that?" I just don't understand that kind of movement. So yeah, I want to slap them. It's really quite simple. Next.
You guys have gone for such cultural and highbrow slappings. I'm just going to bring it all the way down to the gutter. I want to slap Lori Harvey.
What?
Steve Harvey.
That's not good.
What did she do? What did she do?
What did she do this time?
She can be anything in the world, but do you know what someone said today? Lori Harvey can be anything in the world, but she's voluntarily auditioning to be Future's 8th baby mama. Why?
No,
And
auditioning?
I don't understand what she's doing. So I don't want to slap her, I want to shake her and say, "Are you alive? Get out. You're in the sunken place. Think you're in this." Meghan got out of the sunken place. She ran, and now she's living half here and half in North America. Laurie, you need to listen, and you need to.
Jill Scott has got a word for what she's under.
Oh, what's the word?
I don't think I can say it.
So why are you offering it?
Just say it, man.
No, I can't.
Oh,
Say the word.
No, I
Are we
can't.
adults?
In 2020, we're just
No.
going to say what we've got to say.
I'm not.
You're not an adult.
No.
Laurie, she is confused,
Yeah.
confuddled.
Yeah.
What the hell does she
Use
want?
the word that you're saying.
Who knows what she
What the hell does
wants?
she want? She's going to run for these different guys because she's not doing something for herself. Is she an actress? Is she something?
Basically,
Does she do
she's
something? Does she do something?
No,
I don't think she
I
does.
don't think she does, and it upsets me because I'm like, I feel like you must be smart. You're incredibly beautiful, and you're
Maybe
dating.
she's not acting like she's smart.
Well, she's not emotionally smart. I don't think she's got any emotional intelligence. I want to slap her. I want to shake her and say, "Get it together and get out the sunken place." Okay, stop doing what you're doing, and stop thinking this is great. You're 23. You're like, the world is your oyster. That's how I want to slap and shake.
So, who do I want to clap for? You ask.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I'd like to clap for Rwanda. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you, it's Rwanda every time, you know.
Yeah, you know why? Because there's always something to clap for them about. And the most recent news is that they have banned skin bleaching products in the country. So I don't think you'll be able to. I don't think you'll be able to buy any skin bleaching product in Rwanda, and I think it'll be illegal to have them in Rwanda. So
It's
you know
about
what?
time someone did that in Africa.
It's or in the Caribbean or anywhere.
Just
or in the Caribbean as well.
or in the Caribbean, but we're talking specifically about Rwanda.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
I wasn't sending
No,
for,
he wasn't
for
sending.
Africa. I was saying
no.
it's about time someone did that because they're
It's out of control.
actively
out of
selling
control.
that stuff over there.
Yeah,
Selling it,
out of
promoting
control.
it like
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
Do you know they sell it here? You know they
course
sell it
they
in
do.
a hair shop behind the till.
They sell it everywhere.
It's a madness. No, even the legal stuff. They did a whole
Expose.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's actually extremely sad, but that's a separate podcast, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Some of the African nations and Caribbean nations, but I'm going to say some of the African nations need to follow suit. And I shan't be naming names, but you know who you all are. Some of you are close, some of you are near, and some of you are far.
What does it begin with? Nigeria?
No, don't say anything. That was not even the first on my list.
Nigeria.
That
It
wasn't
should be the
that,
first on your list.
No.
What?
What? Nigeria and Jamaica on the same level.
Stop it. Don't
On
get
the
me angry.
Same level. You guys share that love, but that's not the point. I wasn't even going to start with them. I was going to start with nearer countries that they need to just stop that.
Who? Where?
Don't worry, they know themselves. I don't want to at anybody in this 2020.
You were ready to at Jamaica at them.
No. I'm gonna go at anyone.
At them.
Yeah.
Because you're ready to at Jamaica at them.
At any country that excessively uses.
Because I didn't know. The only ones I knew were using that stuff hard is Nigeria and Jamaica. That's the ones I knew about.
And Congo.
Who's that?
My 7 o'clock appointment. That's 17.
Oh, 7, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So in this 2020, people got things to do apparently. So the lovely Fabrice has got to leave. But before you go, can you give us your clap?
I don't think I have one, you know.
What?
I know.
Just negativity.
I don't think I have one. Let me have a quick think. You know what I want to clap for? I want to clap for a black British company called Grassfields. So Grassfields are a company that's known or popularized for selling like ethnic, I guess, like print clothing, like dresses and tops and whatever. They did this massive sale and they couldn't fulfill, I'd say like 50% of the orders. People were mad. Every time I went on the website, people were cussing in the comments, "You're ridiculous. I ordered a dress for Christmas. It's not arrived, blah, blah, blah." And I actually thought it was going to really damage and detrimentally affect their business. But they managed to turn it around. They were really transparent and open, and they gave 10 very clear reasons as to why they weren't able to fulfill their orders, then offered another secondary sale and additional discount on top for other people. And I just want to tell everybody, every other small or medium-sized business owner, it isn't what you do, it's the execution of how you fix your problems. Because they were very transparent. They were like, "We're very sorry," did a video, did an email campaign, did paid social media posts explaining what had happened, why it had gone wrong, and then offered a secondary, like another resolution. So yeah, shout out to them, because you know what, there's not a lot of black British businesses, I think, that are operating on that international scale. Most of them are American. So yeah, that's Grassfields.
I'm on the same topic that I was on before, but the person I've got to clap is Harry and Meghan. But first of all, Harry, for acting like an actual, like a king, really. Just dealing with his thing. He said on his on the interview that he's not going to let the media do to him what they did to his mum.
Yeah.
Right. So he said that to their face, and I like that. And he's ready to move, ready to go to Canada.
Yes.
Be happy with his children.
Yes.
I like how he's moving.
With his children, do you know something that we don't know?
His child. I like the way they're moving, man. I like the way Meghan's moving. Said, "No, we're not going to deal with this, and we're going to leave to America."
Yeah.
I like it.
They not?
Life is short.
I love the way they're just dealing with just all right, fine, we don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
We don't need all of this royal thing.
We don't need it.
And please, when people ask, "Oh, what are they going to do for money?" Trust me, Prince Charles actually has private wealth, and Harry's still his son, so he still has that money. He's still alright. They're fine.
They are.
They're good.
You're right. They're not trees. They can move.
Yes.
So, Angela, I beg you.
Did hers was Rwanda.
Oh yeah, you did. Alright, it's done. Fine.
Everybody, people can't get enough of me saying stuff on the podcast.
Because we can't hear you.
And I rolled my eyes. I hope you guys could hear me roll my eyes.
Anyway, that's Black No Filter episode. That's Black No Filter. We're out. We'll be back in 2 weeks.